Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome. We are excited to be here today to present the inaugural awards, the Dr. Conrad Worrill Award, virtual award celebration. We're here today on Saturday, August 15th, 2020, to celebrate five deserving Chicago Public School students. We are also excited and saddened at the same time. Today would have been our dad's 79th birthday. And so we're here today because we've had over 40 very deserving Chicago Public School students apply for this scholarship. And so we are here to recognize them and to honor them. And so with no further ado, we will go ahead and we will get the program started. So I'm here today with two of my sisters, Michelle Lanier, who lives down in Georgia, who's also an educator, and with my younger sister, Sabina Worrell, who is an educator in the realm of the arts. And so the three of us are gathered here today to present these scholarship awards to five very deserving students. What you'll see here is a picture of our dad with my older sister, Michelle, down at a track meet. So Michelle is also a renowned athlete herself and also serves as a track coach. And so my dad was down there supporting her at one of her track meets. According to him, he was also coaching. We're not sure if he actually was coaching, but that is the story that he told. And then you'll also see another picture with me and Sabina as we were gathered together for one of our holiday family celebrations. And so we just could not let this go past, even though we know because of COVID-19, we could not all gather together. We couldn't gather together in one space to hold these award celebrations, but our dad really believed in programs. He believed in attending a program, having a celebration of some sorts, especially for academic honors. And so we just wanted to honor his life, his legacy by still hosting a virtual award celebration.
Okay, so a little bit about Dad. Well, he was born in Pasadena, California on August 15th, 1941. He graduated from Hyde Park High School in 1959, where he participated in a variety of sports, including basketball, football, track, and swimming. He majored in applied behavioral sciences at George Williams College. Dad received a master's in social work from the University of Chicago and received a PhD from the University of Wisconsin-Madison. His major field of study was Black political movements history, social theory, curriculum, and instruction. He joined the faculty at the Jacob Carruthers Center for Inner City Studies in 1975 and retired as the director after 40 years of service. He was a founding member and key organizer for the National Black United Front. He served as a street organizer for the campaign that led to the election of Harold Washington. He served as a special consultant for the Million Man March. He traveled to Geneva, Switzerland in 1997 to present petitions to the Commission of Human Rights of the United Nations to change the U.S. government to charge the U.S. government with genocide. He organized and lobbied for the new state-of-the-art 139,000 square foot track and field center at Gately Stadium. Dad authored a weekly syndicated article that appeared in African American newspapers across the country since 1983. He hosted a radio show on Chicago's WBON radio for over 10 years. He served as a longtime board member of the Black United Fund of Illinois. He provided historical chronicles to hundreds and thousands of students and mentees. Dad was a dedicated sports enthusiast and proud supporter of Chicago Public Schools. He believed in and promoted higher education for Black students.
And while we know that these are just a few snippets of of our dad's life work. We just wanted to start out to set the context to help maybe some of our new viewers really understand who he was and what he believed in. And so we have two scholarships that we're presenting today. The first scholarship is the Dr. Conrad Worrill Family Scholarship. Each of these deserving students will receive $500. The applicants had to meet the following guidelines. They had to be an African American male or female student, a 2020 graduate of any Chicago public school, and preference was given to students majoring in social sciences or students majoring in education. The second scholarship that we're giving out today, also in the amount of $500, is the Dr. Conrad Worrill Hyde Park Athletic Scholarship. Anybody who met our dad within 30 to 60 seconds of talking to him, you would have found out that he was a very, very proud graduate of Hyde Park High School. He graduated from Hyde Park in 1959. According to our dad, he participated in every sport that Hyde Park had to offer. Now, we do know we have records that he participated in basketball and football. According to him, he also participated in track, swimming, and any other sport at Hyde Park High School. But what we do know is that he was really a great athlete in his day, and he continued to support athletics, not just at Hyde Park High School, but at all Chicago public high schools. Over the years, he probably attended thousands and thousands of athletic competitions for students in Chicago public schools. And so the applicants for the Hyde Park High School, the Conrad Worrill Hyde Park Athletic Scholarship, had to meet the following guidelines. They had to be a 2020 graduate of Hyde Park High School, and they had to participate in at least one full season, or have to have one full season of participation in an athletic program at Hyde Park High School. These scholarships are being made possible today by Reverend Al Sampson. Reverend Al Sampson has been a longtime friend of our father. He has also been a longtime activist, a civil rights activist, not only in Chicago, but also across the country, across the world. Um, for those of you all who may have tuned in to our father's final homegoing celebration back in June, Reverend Al Sampson did make a contribution to our family so that we could get this scholarship up and going. Funds have also been provided by the Worrill family locally and our Worrill family out in California. And then funds have been provided by Leadership Edge LLC, which I am the CEO and founder. Leadership Edge is it's a company that is dedicated to educational equity and leadership for teachers, for students, and for parents. And without further ado, we are excited this afternoon to present five very deserving students with the inaugural Dr. Conrad Worrill Scholarship. So the first recipient is Miss Sky Watts. Sky is a graduate of Kenwood Academy. She is attending Spelman College. Sky graduated from Kenwood Academy with a GPA of 4.68. In her essay, Sky wrote that I must work to eliminate these concepts in our community because social justice will remain incomplete until mental health disparities are addressed. Congratulations, Sky. We are so excited to present you as one of five inaugural students for the Dr. Conrad Worrill Scholarship. Our second recipient, Mr. Damian Sewell Jr. Damien is a graduate of Amundsen High School. He is attending Loyola University Chicago. Damien is graduated from Amundsen with a 3.0 GPA. In his essay, one of the things that stood out to us was that he said that some African American men are more inclined to choose a life of crime because their communities lack the necessary resources to excel in a more vibrant future. Congratulations, congratulations, Damien. You too are one of the inaugural Dr. Conrad Worrill 2020 scholarship recipients. Our third recipient is Angel Stewart. Angel is a graduate of Chicago High School for Ag Sciences. Angel was going on to Iowa State University, and she graduated from Chas with a 4.0 GPA. In her essay, she wrote, "Not only will I be part of the next generation to study and dominate creative research in business and finance, but I will be on the path to improving the social conditions of African American people." Congratulations, Angel. You are also one of the inaugural 2020 Dr. Conrad Worrill Scholarship recipients. I would be remiss if I did not take a moment to say, which our dad would have taken a moment to say, that Angel is a graduate of Chicago High School for Agricultural Sciences. And Angel also graduated with my daughter, who is a 2020 graduate of CHAS as well. Imani, which is one of seven of our dad's grandchildren, is studying animal sciences down at Langston. So, congratulations to Angel. Congratulations to Imani down at Langston University. Our fourth scholar today is Miss Drew Midget. Drew is a graduate of Carver Military Academy. Drew is going on to Xavier University of Louisiana. Drew is also a twin, and Drew is graduating with a 3.7 grade point average. In her essay, she wrote, "We need more African Americans in the field of medicine for adequate representation because the implicit bias and racial disparities are not going away." Congratulations, Drew. And we are so excited that you too are one of our inaugural award recipients. And so those are our four students who are receiving the Dr. Conrad Worrill Scholarship. So again, we have a Sky from Kenwood, we have Damien from Amundsen, we have Angel from Chas, and then we have Drew from Carver Military Academy. We are so excited. I also see we have logging on our uncle, Uncle Oscar. Oscar is our dad's only sibling, and so he too, he's really, really proud of all of our students, and he's proud to be able to represent our family and to be able to give these scholarships to these deserving students. And our inaugural Hyde Park Career Academy Athletic Scholarship goes to Miss Dania Davis. Dania graduated from Hyde Park. She is going on to Harry S. Truman City College. She will be majoring in criminal justice. And much like our dad, she participated in a variety of sports at Hyde Park High School. Dania participated in basketball, volleyball, and softball. And she received an award for being the best rebounder. In her essay, Dania wrote, "If I ever become a coach or a mentor, I would love to teach children to face their fears." Again, we are so proud of all five of our scholarship recipients, and we are hoping at some point to be able to meet with all five of you all face to face when COVID-19 passes over. We invite each of these five students to continue to keep in touch with us, to continue to let us know how you're doing down in college, to know that the funds that we're giving you all today, that you all will be able to continue the work that our fathers started, and that's the work of being able to help our people by using your education to empower people to be able to lead. And we know that this is not just the end. We know that this is very much the beginning as you go on to serve as leaders in your community. And as we went through all of the scholarship applications, we would just like to note that there were some very, very good scholarship applications. And so anybody who hung with our dad a little bit, he would always say, just give them a little something, just give them a little something. And so although we are presenting five scholarships, we have seven honorable mentions today. And so these students will also be receiving a small check. And although they were not selected as the award recipients, their essays were really good. And so we still want to take a moment to recognize them, thank them for submitting their scholarship applications, and that they can look forward to receiving a check next week. So we have Miss Kayla Baldwin from Brooks College Prep. We have Miss Elise Moore from Sarah E. Good. We have Amanda Sawyer from Kenwood Academy. We have Ayana Fairley from Lindblom Math and Science. We have Daquia Cook from Simeon Career Academy. We have Jabari Ware from Lincoln Park High School. And we also have Oriola goes by Precious. She also uses the name Precious from Solorio Academy. So again, we want to also celebrate those 7 honorable mentions. We are so proud of all 12 of these students. And so, before we wrap up today, Damien, thank you all for logging on. Drew, thank you all for logging on. Make sure you all keep in touch with us. So, before we wrap up today, what I'd like to do in our closing is I'd like to read to our scholarship recipients and to everybody else who's tuned in today. I'd like to read a graduation message that our dad wrote. It was published in the Chicago Crusader on June 6, 2019. From what we can tell from his archives, this was the last graduation message that our father actually published. And so every single year he would publish a graduation message to encourage and to empower graduates at all levels, high school graduates, college graduates, and so forth and so on. And so in his message, he writes, once again, I am sharing my annual graduation speech in hopes that it will help African people in America understand the real meaning of these rites of passage for thousands of our young people who will be participating in commencement exercises affirming their graduation from elementary, middle school, high school, and college in the next few weeks. Your life has just begun today, brothers and sisters. This is probably one of the most important days in your life as you make this transition. This rites of passage and moving towards another stage in your development as young Africans in America. I'd like to congratulate your teachers, parents, guardians, and extended family members who are with you today and who have supported you in reaching this critical stage of your life at this critical hour in history. I want to have a brief but serious talk with you today, brothers and sisters. It has been predicted that within the 21st century, if current trends continue, 70% of African men in America between the ages of 16 and 18 will either be in jail or addicted to drugs and or alcohol. Increasingly, this same trend is occurring with African American females in America. One of our purposes of our educational pursuits is to turn this devastating trend around. What does all of this mean today as you graduate from educational institutions that profess to be dedicated to the academic and cultural developments of young people like you? As young Black people, or Africans in America, about to enter a new stage in life, let me define what being Black and African really means. First, it is your color, it's your African ancestry. Second, it's your culture. Practicing a lifestyle that recognizes the importance of African and African in American heritage and traditions. I'm speaking of an African culture that's geared to the values that will facilitate the present and future development of our people. Third, it is consciousness. We should always be conscious of our strength, beauty, and potential as African people. In this connection, we should always interpret all situations from the standpoint of the greatest good for the greatest number of Africans in the world. This is called the African principle. Fourth and finally, Black or being African means commitment. It means a willingness to work tirelessly in the interest of African people and all oppressed humanity. So it is today that I'm challenging you to continue on the path of becoming independent African people who are not dependent on others outside of our communities for the things that we can do for ourselves. I'm challenging you as you make this rite of passage to prepare yourselves to become committed to the struggle for the just and common cause for the liberation and redemption of African people worldwide. This dedication to the common cause goes beyond the resources of one generation. It means that we must always learn from previous generations. We must always learn from their wisdom, and we must use this knowledge as a way and of seeking and struggling for a better way of life for African people based on the goals and objectives in our own best interests. In other words, we must stop killing each other over bruised egos, over material items and drugs that other people manufacture and bring into our communities. We must stop the killing. We must seek to prepare generations to come to develop the skills and resources for making our ultimate freedom and liberation a reality. As Malcolm X always said, education is the passport to freedom. As the late renowned African in America educator, psychologist, and historian, Dr. Asa G. Hiller III writes, the reawakening of the African minds. We Africans have not viewed our problems holistically. After years of living under conditions of extreme oppression, we have settled for a limited definition of our problem. Dr. Hiller explains a classic example may be taken from the period of the Civil Rights Movement. The evil and gross injustice of slavery and segregation violated the civil rights of African people and had to be addressed. However, the necessary task of fighting for civil rights was insufficient to allow for the healing of our people. Our healing requires a greater conceptual frame than provided by the civil rights movement. Remember, parents, teachers, and students, as our esteemed ancestor, Dr. John Henrik Clarke, repeatedly warned, powerful people never teach powerless people how to take power from them. Education is one of the most sensitive arenas in the life of a people. It is a role to be honest and true and to tell people where they have been and what they are. Most importantly, Dr. Clarke points out that the role of education in history is to tell a people where they still must go. This is a great day for you who have made a step in your rite of passage and transition. We congratulate you in the name of all of our ancestors and send you forward to the next stage of your development and the cycle of life. Hotep, peace. And so, as we wrap up with the words that was written by our dad in June of 2019, not knowing that he would not be around to write another message in June of 2020, as his daughters, as his family, we pick up the torch and we pick up the sword, and we also challenge and encourage all of our award recipients today to do the same thing. So, to Angel, to Drew, to Damien, to Dania, Angel, Drew. Who's my fifth baby? Angel, Drew, Dania. Hold on. And Sky. We encourage you all to pick up the torch to also be pillars and to be leaders in your community. And so this is just a seed as you go on to your in as you go with your post-secondary pursuits. We ask that you not only use this money as part of your education, but we ask that you continue to give back to your community. And when you graduate from college and when you go on into your careers, we encourage you all to find ways to be able to give back to students. And so that's how the cycle continues as we continue to pour into one another. And so, again, congratulations. We've gotten questions from so many people in so many different places asking how you all can donate to the scholarship fund. So, for those of you all who may be interested in donating to the 2020 Dr. Conrad Worrill Scholarship Fund, there is a link, tinyurl.com. /Worrill Donations 2021. I'll also put it in the chat link. And so you all can submit your interest there, and then our family will reach out to you to let you know. And so we are going to wrap up. I'm going to give both of my sisters an opportunity if they want to also say some closing remarks.
I mean, I just want to say I'm so impressed with the recipients and really all the people, the kids that applied, wrote, took the time. I'm just impressed that you all are really such leaders already in your own space right now, and I can just see how with your hard work and determination, you're going to be amazing and ready to support our community and give back. So keep on doing what you're doing. I'm really proud of everybody. B.
Yes. Congratulations, everybody. I personally read a lot of your letters, most the recipients, and I look forward to finding out about all of the work that you're going to do in the future. And may the next 4 years be one of the best experiences of your life. And I know my father will be very proud.
So I agree with both of our sisters. We know that our Father is very proud of you all. So remember that it takes all of us. And it takes the entire village to rebuild and to sustain our community. So this has been our inaugural Dr. Conrad Worrill 2020 Scholarship Awards banquet. Hopefully, in 2021 we'll be able to do this live. But we have committed to keeping our father's legacy alive by honoring students with awards every single year. So again, if you all are interested, click the link, tinyurl.com/Worrill donations 2021. And so if you all have any questions, you all can also get in contact with any of us. You can also get in contact with my dad's wife, Mama Taliba. You can get in contact with Uncle Oscar. You can get in contact with our other sister Aisha. So our family, we're still here to continue on and to make our dad proud. So again, thank you all for logging on. Congratulations, Sky, Damon, Angel, Dania, and Sky. Every time. Oh, Andrew. Congratulations, and we'll be in touch soon. Bye, guys.